Hi there, this is Aditya Kharadkar and welcome to the Brainstorm Codings. In this video, we're going to be discussing about the CSS property which is known as padding. So padding allows us to generate some space around the content of the HTML element, and this space is generally generated inside the border. So if we have the border over here, then we can have some space around these HTML elements contents inside this border. So let me show you how to use this padding property. And just like we have assigned these values 100 pixels, we can assign any value to it. So I want this to have 10 pixels of space generated around it. If I save the file and go to the browser, you can see now there is a 10 pixels of space around this content of HTML element. Let me have more so you can see the difference. So now if I save the file, yeah, you can see it has 70 pixels of space generated around it, and we can even generate space based on the sides of the border. So I can have some other space, I can have some other measure of space generated from the top of the border, or from any of the sides of the border, or any of the sides of the content of this HTML element. Then we have the padding top property for generating the space from the top. If I save this file now, you can see there is no space generated from this side or from right side or from bottom. We have space generated from the top. Then the space is generated is of 70 pixels, and I can do it for all the sides. This will be for the right side, as it moves in anti-clockwise, not anti-clockwise, it moves in clockwise direction. Let's have it 30 pixels. Then we have the bottom, it will again have 70 pixels. All right. Then we have the left side, it will have again 30 pixels. So same for the opposite sides. For top and bottom we have 70 pixels of space generated, and for right and left side we have 30 pixels of space generated. If I save the file and go to the browser, you can see the difference. So this is the difference. We have generated the space 30 pixels from left and right sides, and we have 70 pixels of space generated from top and bottom. Now it's not even necessary to use all these properties individually. You can just have one padding property and you can assign different values to it. So let's remove all this. I want to have just one padding property, and I will have the 100 pixels of space generated from top, 70 pixels of space generated from the right side, then again 100 pixels of space generated from the bottom, and 70 pixels of space generated from the left side. If I save this file, right, you can see the difference. So this is how we use the only padding property instead of using all those four properties. And if I just remove one of the 70 pixels, so this implies that the top will have 100 pixels of space generated from it, the bottom will have 100 pixels of space generated from it, and both the sides will have 70 pixels of space generated each. So we don't even need to use 70 pixels twice. You can see no difference because we have assigned the same values. And you can even just specify one measure like 100 pixels, and all the sides will have 100 pixels of space generated from it. You can see the difference now. So this is how we use the padding property to have some space generated around the contents of HTML elements, and this is really helpful, especially when you're dealing with the tables or with these kind of borders where the content is just placed beside the border, just near the border. So that's all about the padding property. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.